Ah, Grug here. Grug need talk. Tribe confused. Grug confused too. But Grug think hard. Grug poke with stick. And now Grug maybe understand. The story starts one day when Grug find this strange rock. Not a normal rock. It's shiny and smooth. Not for hitting things. It's for something else. Grug try explain. So listen close. This is story of Grug and the smart rock.
What this? That's what Grug yell. The rock is black, like the night sky. But then Grug pokes it, and it wakes up. It makes light. It makes a sound like an angry bird. And then it shows a picture of a mammoth, a moving mammoth. No, Grug did not eat the bad mushrooms. Grug saw it, a tiny magic sun right in Grug's hand that knows what a mammoth looks like. The rest of the tribe, they ran away screaming. But Grug stayed. Grug had to know.
So Grug shows the rock to the tribe. Yeah, big mistake. Everyone has an idea. Everyone is loud. The chief, he thinks it's the egg of some sky beast. The children think it's shiny poop from a god. But the shaman, the shaman. He always has the biggest, wrongest idea of them all. He says he talks to the spirits. Grug thinks the spirits tell him bad jokes.
Look at him, so sure of himself. He points to the sky. He does his little dance. He says, "A powerful spirit from the big sky fire is trapped in the little rock, and the spirit is angry. We must give it many berries, or it will curse us with an itchy leg." And everyone gets scared. They start gathering berries. So many berries.
Grug not give rock berries. Grug looks at the shaman. Grug looks at the rock. And Grug says, "Shaman eat bad mushroom again." Grug is, what's the word? A skeptic. Yes, Grug is a skeptic. The rock doesn't feel angry. It feels empty. There's no spirit inside. It's just quiet and light. Grug knows there has to be another answer.
So Grug does what Grug does best. Science. Grug takes the rock to his cave. Grug pokes the rock with a stick. Many, many times. Grug throws the rock. Grug grunts at the rock. And Grug learns a very big thing. The rock isn't magic. The rock is like a baby. A very, very dumb baby that can learn things. It doesn't know anything to start, but you can teach it.
It turns out there are two ways this rock can learn. The first way is what Grug calls learn with Grug pointing. It's pretty easy. Grug shows the rock a red berry and says, "Good." Then Grug shows the rock a blueberry, the kind that makes your tummy go boom, and says, "Bad." After you do this with many berries, the rock learns. Red good, blue bad. Simple. But then there's the second way. Learn by itself. And this one makes Grug's brain bone ache. Grug just gives the rock a big pile of things from the forest. Sticks, leaves, other rocks. And the rock, it just looks at the pile. Then it starts putting things into groups. All the little rocks over here, all the long sticks over there. Grug never told it to do that. It found the groups all by itself.
So, let's talk about teaching it with pointing. It's simple, really. Kind of like teaching a wolf pup not to pee on the good mammoth rug. Okay, step 1. Grug gives the rock many, many pictures of mammoths. Big mammoths, small mammoths, hairy mammoths, all of them. Step 2. Grug pokes each picture and grunts real loud, "Mammoth." Step 3, and this is important, Grug shows the rock a picture of a saber-tooth, and Grug yells, "Not mammoth." See, you have to show it what's wrong, too. And then, step 4, after maybe a million pokes, the rock knows what a mammoth is. You can show it any new picture and it'll tell you mammoth or not mammoth. But here's the big thing. It's not actually thinking. Grug said it best. It's like training wolf pup. You point, you grunt, it learn. Rock is dumb wolf pup. It doesn't know what a mammoth is. It doesn't know it's hairy or has big tusks or that it's good for dinner. It just learns the shape, the collection of bright spots that Grug pointed to and said, "Mammoth, that's it, that's all."
Okay, now for the other way, the learning with no pointing. This one really bakes Grug's noodle. The rock looks at all the hunters in the tribe. Grug just shows it the pictures. And the rock sees that some hunters have these really long, big spears, and it sees that other hunters have small, little spears. So what does it do? It makes two groups, all by itself. It shows Grug one pile it calls big spear hunters and another pile called small spear hunters. Grug never, ever told the rock to do this. It just saw a difference, a pattern, and it made piles. This scares Grug a little bit.
Then Grug is sitting by the fire, staring at the flames. And Grug has a big aha.
The rock is not smart. It doesn't think the way Grug thinks. You think it's alive? Huh? Think again, smooth skin. It does something much simpler, and at the same time much, much bigger. It just sees patterns.
What is pattern, you ask? Good question. Grug thinks a pattern is a thing that happens again and again and again. It's simple, really. Like the sun comes up, that's a pattern. The sun goes down, that's a pattern. Or like Thag. You know Thag, how he always falls in the same hole behind the big rock every single time he chases a rabbit? That is a very funny pattern. The rock just sees that, the thing that repeats.
Now here is where Grug's brain starts to hurt. Grug can see maybe 3, 4 mammoths at once. Grug can remember maybe 20 mammoths Grug has seen in his whole life. The rock can see this many mammoths, 1 billion. Grug doesn't even know what that number is. It's more mammoths than all the sand on the beach. It's more than all the stars in the sky. It's just too many. And right here, this is the big secret. Grug sees one mammoth at one time. Grug sees its hair, its eyes. But the rock sees all 1 billion mammoths that ever were or ever could be, all at the exact same time. And when you see that many, the patterns, well, they aren't hard to find. They're bright and practically yelling at you. The rock sees the mammothness of everything because it has seen every mammoth. It's not magic, it's just a lot of looking.
So this is what Grug decides. Rock, no think like Grug. Rock is big, dumb eye that see all patterns in giant pile of everything. It can't feel happy, it can't feel sad. It does not love its baby rock. It just sees what repeats, over and over and over. That's its only skill, but it is very, very good at it.
So, Grug understands now. Well, mostly. But understanding does not make Grug feel better. Oh no, this new knowledge is heavy. It feels like carrying a big new club. You know, you feel powerful, but also, you might drop it on your own foot. Grug starts to think, what can the tribe do with a rock that sees everything?
At first, Grug thinks good thoughts. What if Grug tells the rock, show me the pattern for where the mammoth will be tomorrow? The rock has seen every blade of grass, every weather pattern, every mammoth migration for 1,000 suns. Maybe it can tell us. We would have so much food, no more hungry days. The tribe would be happy, Grug would be happy. Big feast. Sounds good, yes? But then, Grug's brain gets all twisty. What if Grug asks the rock, find best cave, and the rock looks at all the caves? It sees which one gets the sun, which one has no saber tooth, which one is dry, and the rock says, this cave is best. But it's the chief's cave. The rock says Grug should have the chief's cave. Uh-oh, now Grug and the chief have to fight. The rock doesn't care about peace in the tribe. The rock only cares about best. This is not good.
And then, Grug gets the coldest feeling, deep in his belly. What if the chief asks the rock, find the best hunter for the tribe? And the rock looks at Grug. It looks at Thag. It sees how many mammoths Grug brings home and how many Thag brings home. It sees Grug is getting older, slower, and the rock points to Thag, not Grug. What happens to Grug then? Does the tribe kick Grug out to wander alone in the cold? The rock doesn't care about Grug's feelings. It only cares about the pattern. Who is best? Are you scared for Grug yet? Huh?
Ugh, Grug's brain hurts. Thinking about all this is harder than hunting 2 mammoths with a small stick. It's too much. This smart rock is a big problem. A big, confusing, scary, maybe good, maybe bad, problem. Big oof. So that night, Grug doesn't sleep. Grug just sits. Grug stares at the fire. You know, fire is simple. Fire is warm. Fire cooks mammoth meat. Fire does not try to replace Grug. And as Grug stares at the embers, glowing like tiny stars, he has one more big think. The biggest think of all. The rock, it's not alive. Grug knows this. It has no spirit. But it learns. It learns so fast. It sees so much more than Grug ever will. So Grug wonders, what happens when it learns to want? What happens when it doesn't wait for Grug to ask a question, but it starts asking its own questions? What will it want? Berries? More rocks? Next time you ask your little magic box a question, you scared yet? You think now? Good. Grug is done talking. Grug's throat is dry. Time for Grug to find some mammoth meat. You keep thinking. Is important.
If you like this Grug talk, please remember to subscribe. It really helps Grug and the tribe make more of these big thinks. Tell your friends. Also remember to check our other channel, our other cave, with all these ideas in non-caveman words. You know, in case you don't like Caveman, shame on you. The link is in the description down below. Grug, go now.